Salvete homines. This is Lectio 3, Lectio Tertia of chapter 33, Pars Prima. Aemilius, in his letter that Aemilia is reading, is about to describe this big battle that just occurred in which the Romans defeated the German army. For yesterday, we defeated the army of the Germans in battle, which was done like this, or which happened like this. Media nocte in castra nuntiatum est magnum hostium numerum naviculis ratibusque copulatis flumen transiisse celeriterque secundum flumen adversus castra nostra progredi. In the middle of the night, it was announced, or a message was brought into the camp, that a large number of enemies with little boats and rafts joined together had crossed the river, and quickly along the river toward our camp was advancing. Hoc nuntio alato milites statim convocati sunt. With this message brought in, the soldiers immediately were assembled, were summoned, called together. Qui cum armaque pissent, et vallum ascendissent, primo mirabantur quam rem media nocte e somno excitati essent, cum extra vallum omnia tranquilla esse viderentur. Who, when they had taken their weapons and had climbed the rampart, at first were wondering why they had been woken from sleep in the middle of the night, since outside the rampart everything seemed to be peaceful. Ego quoque dubitare coiperam num nuntius verum dixisset. Cum subito Paulo ante lucem magnus numerus Germanorum e Silvis proximis excurrens castra nostra oppugnavit. I too had begun to doubt whether the messenger had told the truth, when suddenly, a little before light, a great number of Germans attacked our camp, running out of the closest woods. A great number running out of the closest woods. Nostri cum parati essent ad castra defendenda, illum primum impetum facile sustinuerunt. Our men, since they were prepared to defend the camp, easily held off that first attack. Nec tamen hostes castra oppugnare destiterunt, sed alii ex aliis partibus etiam atquetiam sub vallum procurerunt. Yet the enemy did not cease to attack the camp, but some or others from different directions, from other directions, again and again charged, ran forward up to the bottom of our wall, under our wall. Cum complures horas ita fortissime a nostris ab hostibus constanter ac non timide pugnatum esset, equitatus noster repente porta dextra e rumpens impetum in latus hostium apertum fecit. When for several hours it had been fought, in other words, when there was fighting from multiple people, like this, most bravely, when it had been fought by our men, by the enemy constantly and not fearfully, our cavalry suddenly bursting out from the right gate made an attack against the open side of the enemy, or into the open side of the enemy. Paulo post cum plerique hostes se ad equites convertissent, pedites nostri porta sinistra ruperunt. A little bit later, when most of the enemy had turned themselves to the horsemen, our footmen burst out the left gate. Hostes hac re perturbati, cum iam longa pugna fatigati essent, impetum Romanorum ab utraque parte venientium diutius sustenere non potuerunt, ac post brevem pugnam terga verterunt. The enemy, disturbed or confused by this thing, hac re, since they were already tired out from a long fight, could not sustain the attack of the Romans coming from each direction any longer. They could not hold it off any longer. And they turned their backs after a short fight. Cum ad ripam fluminis fugientes pervenissent, alii naviculis ratibusque se servaverunt, alii armis abiectis in flumen se proiecerunt, ut natando ad ripam ulteriorem pervenirent. Reliqui omnes ab equitibus qui ad eos persequendos missi erant, in ripa citeriore caesi aut capti sunt. When those fleeing to the shore of the river had arrived, some in little boats and rafts saved themselves. Others, with their weapons thrown away, threw themselves forward into the river, so that by swimming, they might come to the farther shore. They might reach the further shore. All the rest, by the horsemen who had been sent to pursue them, either were killed or captured on the closer shore, on the closer riverbank. Tanta ibi caedes hostium facta est, ut meminisse horream. There, such great slaughter of the enemy occurred that I shudder to remember. Duo ferre milia hominum, magnamque armorum copiam, hostes eo proelio amiserunt. About 2,000 men and a great supply of arms did the enemy lose in that battle. E nostris haud multi desiderantur. Out of our men, not many are missed. Ipse sagitta in brachio laevo vulneratus sum, sed vulnus meum leve est. Multi graviora vulnera ace perunt. I myself was wounded with an arrow in my left arm, but my wound is light. Many people received more severe wounds. Nec vero ullus miles legionarius a tergo vulneratus est. However, not any legionary soldier was wounded from the back. Plerique autem milites nostri ex tanto proelio incolumes sunt. However, most our soldiers from such a great battle are unharmed. Hoc proelio facto, dux victor, cum a militibus imperator salutatus esset, virtutem nostram laudavit, quod contra hostes numero superiores fortissime pugnavissemus. This battle finished, completed, the victorious leader, when he had been hailed as commander by our soldiers, praised our bravery because against an enemy superior in number, we had fought most or very bravely. Tot hominibus uno proelio amicis hostes brevi arma posituros esse, dixit. He said that since so many people had been lost, or with so many people having been lost in one battle, that the enemy would put down their weapons in a short time, soon. His verbis maximo gaudio affecti sumus, nam post longum bellum omnes pacem desideramus. We were affected or moved by the greatest joy at these words, for after a long war, we all yearn for peace. We all greatly desire or miss peace. Hodie legati a Germanis missi ad castra venerunt, ut cum imperatore colloquerentur. Today, the envoys sent by the Germans came to our camp in order to converse with the commander. Nescio an legati pacem petitum venerent, sed certo scio imperatorem nostrum cum hoste armato colloqui nolle. I don't know whether the envoys came to seek peace, but certainly I know that our commander does not want to converse with an armed enemy.